Hey guys, Chris Stafford here. I'm doing this video for Grind Time YouTube channel. Usually I'm doing my workout content, but today I want to expand a Grind Time channel to also my life and what I do and what I'm trying to accomplish. But for this video, I want to give you a little bit of background about myself. Um, so when I was a kid, I wasn't like an A+ student. I was like a more D and C student, barely scooting by in school. And I never had a passion for school. And I always tried to have a passion for it, but you can't really have a passion for something that you don't have a passion about. So, in fifth grade, um, when I found out like I really wanted to be like a more of an entrepreneur type person, is when we started flicking hornets at people, and we'd play a game like in the classroom, like where you'd make your hornets, get a rubber band, flick it and stuff. And we always had a problem of not having a rubber band. So what I did is I saved up my money and I went and bought a big old bag of rubber bands, and I would start selling them in class for $1 a piece. And people would actually buy them, but I realized very quickly that there wasn't a high market for rubber bands for $1 in the world. I was just in school, and so I did that through my fifth grade year, and that's when I realized that being an entrepreneur is more my thing. And but I didn't know what it was called. I just was like, oh, I want to work for myself. Well, later on in high school, my parents got a divorce my sophomore year. And by my parents, I mean my stepdad and my mom. My stepdad raised me since I was a little kid, along with my mom, and they did a great job. But they also helped me see what I didn't want to do in life, because I wasn't a very rich kid. I wasn't brought up in a rich home, I remember a couple of times we had to live with other family members, and just cram inside of like a 2-bedroom house with like 7 or 8 people living in it, including adults. And I'd be sharing a room with like 3, 4 other people, and that includes my brother and my sister and my mom and dad. And so in high school, they got a divorce when I was 15 years old, which is I think it was the start of my sophomore year. And at this point, I was more of an independent person, so I would work. Like I got a job at 15 years old with a good friend of mine's. His name's Alex, and we met in my sophomore year also. Started hanging out with him a lot, and they got a divorce, and I moved in with him and his parents because I worked for their restaurant that they own, and that's where my source of income was. So I didn't have to pay rent with them, but I had to buy like my own stuff and my own just like everything, like toothpaste, shoes, clothes. Like I bought everything for myself from the age 15 till now, which I'm 19 years old now. I'm about to be 20 June 5th. And so I met Alex's stepdad, which Alex came from Russia when he was his freshman year, and I met him in his junior year. So I met his stepdad, and his stepdad's really big on logical things and thinking logically. He's really big on doing what you have a passion for. Like Alex, he has a passion for school. He's in pre-med right now. Pre-med student applying for a medical school next year, I believe, which he's doing great with that. But he's also motivated me to do what I love, and he's seen that school wasn't my thing. He even told me once I graduated high school, he said, dude, man, school is not for you. You need to go like another route. You need to be a businessman, you know. And I didn't listen to him. So I graduated school 2015, high school 2015, and I went to Vol State, trying to pursue a career in radiology. And my first semester went great. I got all straight A's, but that was just because I grinded hard and I try to have a passion for it. And I thought I started to, then I got to semester number 2, and I realized really quickly that that was not my thing, you know. So um, I I dropped out on the intentions of going into real estate, which real estate is my main goal, and it's my main goal still to this day. But I tried to open up a business once I dropped out of high school called Focus, and it was going to be on motivational quotes on bottles, and then Focus would be on the opposite side, and that was going to be my logo. That didn't really last long because I don't know why it didn't last. I guess I didn't have like a passion for that type of business. But so I went from that, and then I ran into an old friend from high school, and her stepdad is into real estate. And I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for me. So I talked to her about meeting up with him, and she's like, yeah, he'd love to have you, and he'd love to teach you about real estate. So I was like, oh, sweet. So I went over there, and I asked him if I could shadow him, one day, and it turned into basically a job now, which I don't see it as a job, because if you love something, then it's not a job, And I've always had a passion for real estate, and I knew it. It's just I thought you had to have like a high level of income in order to get into it, which in some cases you do. But if you start out like I did, going to meet with him, he teaches you, and then what he does with me is he gives me, I think it's around 15% of all profits that we make together. Any deal that I bring to him, he gives me 15% of that, and he does bankruptcies, foreclosures, probate court cases, 10-care, back taxes. I mean, all of these things with real estate. Anything that makes money in real estate, he pretty much does. And very, very smart. And he's teaching me right now. I've been with him for 6 months now. And I've been grinding. That's actually what I've done today. Today I woke up at 9. No, I woke up at 8:30, and I got dressed and I cooked myself my meals, my high protein meals and high carb meals, and drank my protein shake. I went over there to see him and visit with him and go over what we've found in the past week, what I found in the past week, and see if any deals work out. We talked about previous deals. We talked about stock market, which I also went and done today for the first time. So I got done with him around 12:30, and I came back home. I ate another meal, and then I went to Charles Schwab office in Nashville and met with them to invest in the stock market. And today I bought $250 in stocks of Snap Inc., which is Snapchat, and then I put $1,000 into an S&P 500 fund, which I'm very excited about. And then my goal is to put $300 back every month into that S&P 500 fund, all the way up until, who knows what, 40, 50 years old, maybe more than that. And and that'll be just my side money, but and by the way, like everything that I have, like these computer monitors that I do my work on, those and this TV, I mean everything that I have, my car. Right now I'm making a car payment, which is something that Big Mike, my best friend Alex's dad, encouraged me to do. He encouraged me to open up a secure credit card to start my credit, and then I a couple months later I got a loan for a car to build my credit too, because that's a big factor and it'll probably come in handy down the road. But he encouraged me to do that, and but everything I have, I've saved up money and bought. When I got my car, I put a $6,000 down payment on it, because I'm not too big in owing money, so I put down as much as I could. And all that money was saved through a year and a half of me saving money, and I penny pinched. I penny pinched hardcore. Everything that I wanted, I said no, no, no. Which now that I have the car and already put the down payment down, I can afford, things like these. I save up for, and I can afford buying stock and put money into that. But right now I work at a restaurant, making an average of $11 an hour, and then I get paid $500 every 2 weeks from my mentor, the guy that's teaching me about real estate. I get paid $500 every 2 weeks from him to do searches, and I get an additional, I think it's 15% on of profits on top of that from any property that I find, and I feel like that's gonna boost me, and I'll just keep grinding and grinding and grinding. I'll save money for my personal house. Eventually I want to get to the point where I'm like him, like I'm buying my own real estate. I'm flipping my own houses. I have my own people that look for properties for me, and right now we're talking about a business. That's something else we talked about today. We talked about our business that we want to do at real estate, and I just have a business of data mining, which I won't go too far in that right now because I'm not at that level where we're actually doing it. Once we start doing it, I'll start talking more about it. But shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk. He's the one that influenced me this past couple weeks / month to start documenting my life, and the grind that I'm doing. So later on down the road, like I'll be able to watch it back, and you guys will be able to watch back and see what I've accomplished over the years, and see how you can do it too. So that's all I wanted to say for this video. Stay grinding, everybody. It's grind time all day, every day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.